Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls 1. This is part 5 of our fist run, and I do believe this is going to be the final part, because there's only 5 bosses left. 2 here in the DLC with Calamite and Manus, and then 3 more in the base game with 4 Kings, Gwyn, and the Asylum Demon. So, let's get right into it. So we start off by equipping the Sunlight Helm to get rid of the secret passage to get access to the silver pendant, which will be very useful for Manus if we remember to use it this time. And then we go to kill an enemy until it decides to kill itself. Alright. And then we get a little too greedy and forget that we have a small shield which doesn't really deflect attacks, which gets us killed. Gotta remember the age-old adage. It's Dark Souls, take it slow, check your corners. And then we decide to very poorly kill another enemy, and then they kill themselves. I don't know why they keep doing this, but they keep doing this. And then we take out the Mimic, to get ourselves a crest key, to go talk to Goff. So we go straight to him to get out Calamite.
Good morrow. Is the black dragon posing the duress? Yes, I thought as much. He's called Calamite. Ferocious dragon indeed. Even mighty Anna Londa dared not provoke his ire. I see little good coming from this, but thy intent is to persevere to the bitter end. Good, good. What is bravery without a dash of recklessness? I've taken a liking to thee, and I owe thee much for thy service to Artorias. Now, watch, and see how Goff hunts dragons. Yes. A truer shot was never loosed. That bat will be grounded for a good spell. The rest is in thine hands. I await good tidings. Ah, dragon slaying. Knighthood's highest calling.
Decided to play that whole cutscene out because I love it. It's amazing. But on our way there, we get hit by a dog. Oh well, doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But thankfully, Calamite doesn't aggro until you actually go down. So we decided to take this time to just do a little bit of menuing, change up our rings, change up our armor. Because I believe Calamite does physical and fire damage. So we decided probably good to get up our physical and fire defense, which that's better done with the black iron set. And so we just changed over to that, saw what our limit was, still the same. So we got everything, and I will let this fight play out. victory achieved. So, despite a very weak start, we dropped the dragon first try, and we got ourselves another very good example of how the lack of range for the fist really hurts us in the latter half. But claw plus 15. Ooh. Target shield plus 10, not that we used it. Pyromancy flame, not that it was helpful. Thief mask plus 9. Black leather armor plus 10. Black iron gauntlets plus 5. Black iron leggings plus 5. Ring of steel protection. Hovel's ring. And 8 uses of the Estus flask plus 5. And we did this at level 85 with 43 vitality, 30 endurance, 9 strength, 40 dex, and 10 resistance.
Why, thou hast defeated Calamite? Wondrously played. Lord Gwyn's blessing upon thee. That beast will never take to the skies again. Ah, this great bow, I shan't need it, but no dragons to hunt. I know not if a human could even operate it. But here, thy need outweighs mine.
So after making it into the Chasm of the Abyss, we decide to take a drop down and follow Elvina, our cat covenant friend, all the way to the end. And then, instead of going and saving Sif right away, we decide to take a little side tour and grab the elevator, because having a shortcut just in case something happens is better than not having a shortcut just in case something happens. Because this is Dark Souls, you never know. And with this enemy, another good example of the lack of range that the fists have. Now, maybe this is just like a lack of understanding of the lore on my part, but these things are supposed to be humanity and weird human, question mark, but touching them hurts us. So I don't know why humanity touching a human would hurt the human, but oh well, whatever. We have saved our doggo friend, gotten ourselves a shield we won't use, and then I went back because I was kind of close to a level, and I popped all the souls that I had, and we were really close. We were only like 4 or 5k away. So I decided to go through and kill some enemies, and sometimes these guys don't attack, which leads to a weird scenario like that. But I decided to just go through and kill the like 10, 15, however many enemies I had to get the final level. Because after this we were going into Manus, and I wanted to go into Manus with as few souls as possible. But I'd also popped humanity, because you need to be in human form to summon Sif. And yeah, don't I've never seen him invade us before, so that was horrifying. Even though he never even got an attack off, I was terrified. But we got enough for a level, so we went back. And then we decided to confront him.
Oh, you.
Me.
You have quite some nerve.
I do.
Or are you just thick?
Both.
Fine then. What is it that you need?
I need an explanation. Why would you have the audacity to invade me and try to kill me? But also I need some homeward bones. Thank you.
Well, you've quite the nerve. I've had enough of you. Well, I'll be seeing you if you survive your travels.
Oh. Both those are new, but I don't like it. But with that, we go off and we attempt Manus. And I will let this cutscene and then this fight play out. Well, that was a one-shot. I forgot to use the silver pendant. Sucks too, because that seemed to be going well. But, whatever, popped another humanity and went back, and I will let this attempt play itself out. Victory achieved. 72,000. Took... It's weird because it was a bit easier than I expected, but also a bit harder than I expected. Hello, Dusk. But we did it. And Manus is a very aggressive boss, and you can't really shield him, and even if you could, our shield sucks. So I figured the best way to match his aggression was aggression of our own, which I don't have an answer for his 5-hit combo, but for everything else, works pretty well. So, good rough draft, at least. But Claw plus 15, Thief Mask plus 9, Black Leather Armor plus 10, Black Iron Gauntlets plus 5, Black Iron Leggings plus 5, Hovel's Ring, Ring of Steel Protection, the Silver Pendant, and 10 Sips of the Estus Flask plus 5. We did this at level 88 with 46 Vitality, 30 Endurance, 9 Strength, 40 Dexterity, and 10 Resistance. And again, this was our second attempt.
I have awaited thee. Thou hast rescued Princess Dusk and rid us of that terrible primeval human, even halting the spread of the abyss. I salute the grandeur of thine enterprise. Please allow me to express my gratitude. I thank thee, as do we all. I will remember thee, but I will keep thy story to myself. This is the best way, for thou art come from a time far ahead. No one will sing thy praises, but yet thy greatness shall live on, for it shall be my purpose to remember all thou hast done for us. May the flames guide thee.
And then we go down into the New Londo ruins, because remember, there's only 3 bosses left, and the first one's here. And so we pop our last transient curse, and then go down and die, because I forgot that we needed the Covenant Oratorius. So that was a good laugh until I remembered we're out of transient curse. Whoops. But we came back, took a few unnecessary hits, so we ended up coming in with 18 Estus Flasks instead of the normal 20. I say normal, but it's the first time going in with 20. But this time we did put on the Covenant of Artorias, and we got our souls. And before going and dropping down, I went and double checked to make sure I have the Covenant of Artorias, which I took off the Ring of Steel Protection because I remembered the boss doesn't really do that much damage, and I would rather have stamina regen than like heavy, bulky defensive armor. So I went with that. A lighter load, but allow me to get more attacks off. And we go in here, and the boss immediately starts off with this, which I just take to the face, because if we try dodging it, it'll be around for a while, but with that, I will let this fight play out. victory achieved. First try, second try if you count us failing to put on the Covenant of Artorias. But either way, an easy 60,000. And we did this with the Claw plus 15, Thief Mask plus 9, Black Leather Armor plus 10, Black Leather Gloves plus 10, Black Leather Boots plus 10, Chloranthy Ring, Covenant of Artorias, and 1 sip of the Estus, because remember, we came in with 18. And we did this at level 90 with 48 Vitality, 30 Endurance, 9 Strength, 40 Dexterity, and 10 Resistance. And then we pop a Humanity, because, again, we died. And we offer the 4 Lord Souls that we've accrued throughout this. And then sit back down to reverse hollowing, because remember, we still have Solaire. We promised to do that. And while running through, I almost missed it, but thankfully it's glowing. And it's bright, brilliant hues, or whatever he says. And I was thinking about going down to finish off the last 2 enemies, but decided, nah. Why? Why not? We can summon Slayer to get through these come on. We can summon Slayer to get through these 2 enemies before going to the boss. I mean, what could possibly go wrong between here and the fog gate like 25 feet away? So we say hi to him with our Freddy Krueger claws that we have, and I'm not taking off. I refuse. And just walking down, surely nothing can go wrong. Except me missing a parry, but that's fine. And then Solaire just decides to take a hike. I've said it a few times before, but the AI in this game is very questionable. I mean, in all the games, it's a little questionable. Mostly for, like, friendly NPCs. But I really wanted to summon Solaire for the boss, but I didn't want to walk all the way back. So I decided to quit the game and see if that worked, and thankfully it did. And I was able to re-summon Solaire. Which, no shame on him, he died to gravity. Gravity is the most dangerous, deadly boss in the entire Dark Souls series. You can't throw shade on someone for dying to a difficult Dark Souls boss once. So, we'll give him a pass once. And coming here, there's normally a 5th enemy here. We didn't kill them, but they weren't here, so that was really confusing me. But, I mean, free pass without having to fight that enemy, I suppose. And here, I knew Gwyn did physical and fire, and so I was just looking at the physical and fire defenses of my armor to figure out if I wanted the Ring of Steel Protection or the Flamestone Plate Ring. Ended with the Flamestone Plate Ring, took a sip, going in with 19, and I will let this fight play itself out. Victory achieved. First time beating him with Solaire. I don't know if I'll do it a lot, but 70,000. And we did this with the Claw plus 15, Target Shield plus 10, Thief Mask plus 9, Black Leather Armor plus 10, Black Iron Gauntlets plus 5, Black Iron Leggings plus 5, Flame Stone Plate Ring, Hovel's Ring, and 3 sips of the Estus Flask, because we came up with 19. And we did this at level 91 with 49 Vitality, 30 Endurance, 9 Strength, 40 Dex, and 10 Resistance. Now, normally this is treated as like a legitimate fight and a very serious fight, but it's kind of a joke with parrying, which we have a parry shield. And so I didn't want to just fall into that, and also it was our first time with Solaire, which is why I kind of treated it like a joke. But here, I wanted to go back and level up and do some upgrades and menuing stuff before lighting or linking the fire, but then this happened, so I'll let this play out.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Kath and Framt serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness. Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
And that got us the Dark Lord ending achievement, which didn't know that's how you did that, but alright. Now, that could have been a way to end it, but remember, we still have one boss to go. Because we didn't beat the Asylum Demon with a claw, because we didn't have access to one at that point. And so, here we go to fight one of the most monumental, challenging Goliath bosses in the entire series, in all of video game history, undefeated by 99% of players, and really, I had an entire thing down, man. I had a speech written, alright? But whatever. Claw plus 15, Thief Mask plus 9, Black Leather Armor plus 10, Black Iron Gauntlets plus 5, Black Iron... You know the drill. You know how all this goes. Oof. This was a really anticlimactic way to end it. But I said all bosses, and that means all bosses. So, and we got all the fists, starting with the Seistus, and the Dragon Bone Fist, and the Claw, and the Dark Hand. So, that's the end of the Dark Souls 1 fist run. What are we gonna do next? I don't know. You don't know. We'll see. But I hope you like this. I hope you like that. If you do, there's a like button. And, I will see you in the next one.